Hello everybody, thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps others find my channel. Let's get on with our clip today. So bring your chair. I'm just getting my chair. I'm going to put the chair at the end of the mat. It doesn't have to be, don't bring an armchair or anything like that. Just nothing too heavy, just something light. And if it's on your mat, it's not going to slide, okay? If you put it on your floor, I don't know what your floors are, but if you put them on the floor, like if I put mine on my wooden floor, it could potentially slide while I was doing this, which wouldn't be very, helpful. So it's on the mat, so it can't move, okay? And like a kitchen chair, something like this. Could be a garden chair, one of those fold-up ones, anything. So we're facing our chair, and the hands are on the back of the chair. We're walking the feet back. We're just trying to get a nice straight back. Okay, so we want to have the hips over the ankles, trying to keep a straight back. Head in between the hands would be good. We're just stretching out our back and shoulders. So this is a lovely stretch. We could do it any time. During the day we could use the wall, we could put our hands on the wall to do this as well. Have a few more breaths. And then slowly walk the feet towards the chair, coming up and release, give everything a bit of a shake. So the palms face forwards and we're just holding the front of the chair. And then just walking back a little bit, just stretching some of the hand muscles, some of the arm muscles, maybe particularly, I can feel the stretch around my thumb. So these pollice adductors can get tight. Thumb muscles. And then we're just releasing palms on the chair. Could we come down to kneeling? And if you have any problems with this, just get something under your knees if you can. You can get something soft like a little cushion or something like that, should you need it. Walk the knees back. So again, when we do this, we want the hips over the knees. The palms are going to come together. Okay? So the elbows are at the very edges of the chair. Now, if you've got a hard chair, you might want to put something soft on it. So you could put a towel or something on the edge if you feel it's too hard for your elbows. And then can you just walk back a little bit so your head can come between your hands again. Just stretching your shoulders. And just breathing in, breathing out. Good, so from there, we're just walking our knees in again, coming up and releasing, give the arms a little bit of a shake out. Good. Can we come up to standing? Yes, come up to standing. So just make sure you can see this, but I'm turning mine to face forward so you can see me. We're going to sit on the chair. We want the knees to be over the ankles, so maybe get to the front of the chair so you can get that right angle to the back of your knees. And then we're going to come into a little twist. So we're just twisting, holding the back of the chair to help us twist around. Now, depending on your chair, sometimes you might have arms, which is good. So you can use your arms, your chair to pull you around, or just hold the back of your chair to try and twist. And of course, the pelvis is kept level. So you're twisting from your upper back, but still turn your head, turn your eyes, come into a nice big twist. And then coming back to centre. Let's try the other side. So again, twisting. If you've got an arm, maybe start there. If you haven't, just go over the back of your chair. Try and twist around. Try not to let the knees move like mine did. Try and keep your knees level. And breathe. Good, and then we're slowly coming back. And releasing. So sitting towards the edge of the chair, have the legs sort of hip width apart, and then rest over the top of them and dangle. Now sometimes, your arms, like my arms are a bit long here, so I'm going to hold my elbows or hold my arms so I can go a little bit further with my dangling. Okay. But you always want to keep your pelvis on the chair, so don't lift your pelvis, keep it down. But do let yourself have a lovely stretch here. So chair yoga can be really useful, because sometimes we're sort of doing things, sitting on chairs, maybe we're doing computers or in the kitchen or, doing some sort of art stuff. And we just need to stretch. So doing some of these can really sort of help. Now try and get the knees wider apart so your body can go through further. And if, depending on your chair, reach back and get hold of maybe some of the chair and pull yourself through a little bit more. Good, and then we're slowly coming back up to sitting. We're sitting on the chair. Good. So let's come up to standing. So we're back with the chair facing us again. Again, make sure your chair's on the mat so it doesn't slide. So we're standing just facing the chair. We put one leg on there, make sure that feels steady. If it doesn't feel steady, come down, change the foot position again and get nearer. Or do it all near the wall if you need to, so you've got something else to hang on to. So this is my left leg. My hands on the back of my left pelvis and I'm twisting round, using the outside of my thigh to help me twist. Again, using your upper back, using your head, using your eyes. Keep going, have a really good twist. And then see if you can come back to centre and release. Good, try the other side. So get balanced. If you feel you're too far away or you need to come down, adjust, do that. Or if you need to be near the wall, do that. But make sure you're steady to begin with. 90 degrees angles again, always useful. So we're rotating and we're trying to use our thigh to help us rotate round. Turning the chest, turning the head, turning the eyes. Just breathing in, breathing out. Good, and then slowly we're coming back to centre and we can release, give the legs a little bit of a shake out, good. So this time we're stepping up with the right foot and really bending the knee as much as we can, thigh to calf muscles, hands on pelvis, making sure that we feel balanced and it feels okay to do this kind of thing, that's right. And if it feels okay, we're coming down and we're stepping back even further. Foot goes on there, so we get a nice big range of movement and we're bending. Keep the heel down on the back foot, don't lift the back heel. If you can't keep it down, come down, step forwards a little bit. Okay, so exhale, bend, inhale. Now that we're turning this into dynamic warrior, so exhale and inhale. Good. And I love dynamic warrior because it frees up our psoas muscles, iliopsoas muscles here. They can get so tight if we have to sit a lot or drive a lot. And when they're really tight, they can cause us back problems. So these dynamic warriors can really help us to stretch those muscles. And it's not too difficult. There's very little weight bearing on the knee, so we can really bend it a lot. But we're getting a really nice stretch for not too much effort, are we? We're stretching calf muscles too, probably. We can feel that, can't we? Can we do another one? Hold this time, breathe and hold. And then slowly coming back. And we're taking a step back. Give the legs a shake. So we'll do it on the other side. First of all, come in a little bit, because we're going to see how it feels. So foot on the chair, make sure you're balanced. And we can bend the knee again, hands on pelvis, bend the knee, make sure everything's feeling fine and the movement's okay. And then we could come down and go back a little bit further, so we get a big range of movement. And then you can go back as far as you're able to. But keep your back heel down. And try and get your back of thigh to your calf muscle. But you're really bending your knee, but there's very little pressure because you're up on the chair. There's not much weight loading here really, because you're on the chair. And then we're coming into dynamic warrior. Exhale and inhale. And exhale. And we could do a little back bend as we go in there. So we're going to lift the chest, do your back bend. Try and really sort of get right into that dynamic warrior stretch. And of course we know one side can be tighter than another. So we're trying to do these stretches as evenly as possible. And then our last one, holding, coming out, and release. Give the legs a really, really good stretch out. Good. Now let's just see if we can sit down once more on our chair. And this time, come to the very front of your chair. See if we can take the right foot over the left. Now the sole of the foot wants to face the wall. Okay, we don't want it up to the ceiling, we want it that way. So knee in line with this medial malleolus, which is the ankle bone, and we're going to fold. Oh, and it might be a bit difficult. Breathing is going to help. Breathe in, breathe out, lean into the thigh. So we're trying to get the hip open, an external rotation. Okay, we want to lean into the leg, let the hip open, just breathing ourselves in there. Few more breaths. Good. So all these on a chair somehow, or to me, I don't know how you're finding them, but I find they're not too bad. You know, they're a bit of work. Some of them, aren't they? Like this one maybe, but you know, they're kind of doable because we get a lot of support from the chair doing these poses, but we're still able to get a really good stretch from them. Good. So let's come up, let's change for the other side, okay? So we're turning out this hip. Now remember, the sole of the foot faces the wall, it doesn't face the ceiling, so we're not going to change the ankle position, but we are going to, try and be brave and lean into this inner thigh. Oh, sorry, yes, that's right, inner thigh muscles. Trying to get ankle and knee in a straight line, so leaning, putting our weight in there, and folding, breathe in, breathe out. And it takes a while sometimes, doesn't it, for these muscles to agree to give up their tightness. Because when we first start, they're like, oh, no, oh, I don't think I'm gonna, gonna do this, I'm gonna stay tight. And then after it's like, actually, no, I'm gonna give you a little bit more length, and I give you a bit more. And then in the end, we can find we can get a lot more straightness between the knee, the ankle. And of course, the longer we stay, you know, the more we get there. But of course, we've only limited time today. So let's come back and, come back onto the chair. And from there, just how do we sit on a chair? Can we sit nice and straight? So I'm going to turn this chair to the side, just so we can perhaps see a little easier. So I'm going to try and sit on the chair. So not this. You know, not this. We've got to get these sit bones back into the chair. Okay, so they don't want to be forwards, because if they're forwards, we're going to be slumping. So they're right back, and we want to be sitting up tall. And knees over ankles, sitting up tall. And we've got maybe a little arch in our lower back. And we're nice and straight. Good, now do we sit like that? just a question. If you find you just do not sit like this, but you want to sit more like this, but you get tired, sit right back and get a little towel or something, put it in the small of your back. And that sort of helps you to remember to sit tall. And there's lots of other ergometric kind of ergonomic kind of chairs, things like that you can get. Anyway, let's put the chair away and or just put it somewhere safe.